Mr. Speaker, our nation was founded on two core principles, freedom of speech and freedom of religion, both of which are contained in the First Amendment of the Constitution. No one in America is arrested for criticizing elected officials, including the President. No one in America is in prison for going to a mosque on a Friday, a synagogue on a Saturday, or a church on a Sunday. The fact that we as Americans can express ourselves so freely and choose to worship whenever and wherever we want are at the heart of the American greatness. That is why I am so troubled by the recent events surrounding the high-tech entrepreneur and Mozilla co-founder Brendan Eich, who, despite his unquestioned professional credentials, was forced to resign because of a $1,000 personal donation he made in 2008 in support of Proposition 8, the California ballot initiative in support of traditional marriage. Regardless of your views on marriage, any American who values the First Amendment should be deeply troubled that this man was essentially driven from his job because of his personal beliefs. I want to stress his personal beliefs, not his company's, but his own. Nowhere have I read that Mr. Eich ever discriminated against co-workers. In fact, by all accounts, he is a fair and honorable employer. Yet, because of his private beliefs about traditional marriage, which I share, he has been demonized and his livelihood has been compromised. As troubling as this particular incident is, the chilling effect it will have on the broader issues of free speech cannot be overstated. I find it notable that Andrew Sullivan, a leading activist in the gay community, has come to Mr. Eich's defense. Mr. Sullivan has been widely quoted as writing, quote, "The whole episode disgusts me, as it should anyone interested in a tolerant and diverse society. If this is the gay rights movement today, hounding our opponents with a fanaticism more like the religious right than anyone else, then count me out." Yes, public opinion on gay marriage has shifted since 2008, when both the then presidential candidates Barack Obama and John McCain supported defining marriage as a union of one man and one woman. But America has never been defined by mob rule. Even if just 1% of the country supported defining marriage as between a man and a woman, which is hardly the case, that 1% still has the right to hold that view, particularly when it is a view based in many cases on one's most deeply held faith convictions. I understand that reasonable people can disagree on issues. In fact, robust debate in the public square is in itself an American hallmark. But what happened last week was not debate. It was stifling of debate. It was the silencing of dissent. It was the compromising of two of our nation's most cherished principles, freedom of speech and freedom of religion. The implications are vast and deeply troubling. We should all be concerned. I know I am. And yield back the balance of my time.